Hey guys, so E3 is right around the corner, only less than a month away. Um, this year is going to be pretty crazy, it seems like. I hope, anyway. Don't really want to get my hopes up too high because sometimes I do that and then I end up being disappointed. But there's so many new games coming out. Uh, Nintendo Switch has only been out for just a couple of months so far, and we don't really have a lot for it yet. So there's tons of things that are going to be announced, I'm sure. I'm excited to see what new things are coming. I like surprises, so. But I'm going to go down the line of all the companies that are having press conferences and kind of talk about what I think is going to be announced or what they're going to talk about or what we're going to see more of. Um, First is Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft makes tons and tons and tons of games, but the main games that I know they're going to probably talk about is the new Assassin's Creed game. Um, Assassin's Creed they took a year off, which was actually pretty good idea on their part because Assassin's Creed was coming out every year, every November pretty much. They were rushing to get it out to the release date. Every time it came out, it was always glitchy. Say what you will about Assassin's Creed, but I really liked the first and second Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, the first one, was very repetitive, but it was something new and different for its time. It was actually pretty decent. Um, I also really liked Black Flag. I liked what they did with it and how it was different from the other games. So hopefully they've learned their lesson. Hopefully they've spent more time on it and are not trying to rush it out. I did see a leaked photo, I think it was yesterday, of Assassin's Creed Origins. And we don't know what the title is of Assassin's Creed yet. But if it does happen to be Origins, then it may take place before the first Assassin's Creed game, and we get to see how everything started. That would be neat. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they've got in store for us. Another one, Far Cry 5 got announced a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it was only a week ago, but and it's set in Montana. It's supposed to be kind of like a country, like Western type of game, which I think we need more of because really all we have is Red Dead, which I love Red Dead, don't get me wrong. And I'm super pumped for Red Dead 2, but it'd be nice to have a couple more Western type games. Although the setting, it looks a little more modern than I expected after I saw the trailer. It's a bit controversial. Some people are kind of upset about it, but I think it looks cool. I loved Far Cry 3. It's one of my favorite games. Far Cry 4 I was a little disappointed with. It was still a good game, but it was lacking something. And then Far Cry Primal felt like copy and paste. Like, like the woolly mammoths, it looked like an elephant with like a woolly mammoth texture just put on them. So, I mean, it really wasn't that impressive to me. That's all I can think of for Ubisoft right now. I'm sure there's tons of things I'm missing, but those are the main ones that come to mind. Now, EA, of course, they've got their sports titles, which I don't really follow sports, so I'm not going to talk about those, but the main one I would say is probably Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, when the first Battlefront got announced, everyone got super, super excited. We were super pumped for a Star Wars Battlefront game again. And I actually really liked the beta, but when Battlefront came out, a lot of the maps that were on the demo weren't available. They were actually for a season pass, which the season pass cost like another $50, $60. And I mean, there was barely anything in the $60 game to begin with. So that was quite a bit of a disappointment. Also, it didn't really have a campaign of any sort. But they have announced that with Battlefront 2, there will be a single player campaign. So it might be okay. It might be better. Maybe they learned from their mistakes with the first Battlefront, and hopefully it's better. It looks good. Visuals look good from what I've seen so far, but we'll see. Now Bethesda is probably the company I'm most excited for at E3. You know, people are excited about Sony, Nintendo, whatever, but Bethesda is just they they said that they have new IPs that they're going to announce. I don't know what those are, but I pretty much have loved every single Bethesda game I've ever played. So anything new from Bethesda, I'm happy for. Some people think that maybe we'll get an Elder Scrolls 6 leak. I don't think it's the time for that yet, since usually I think there's about 10 years in between each Elder Scrolls game. At least I think. It's been maybe about 6 since Skyrim, which seems like, wow, that's crazy that it was that long ago. But yeah, I don't think it's a time for that yet. Now, there have been rumors of like another Fallout New Vegas, but maybe like a New Orleans. That would be awesome. I love the Elder Scrolls, don't get me wrong, but I absolutely love Fallout. Fallout 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. Actually, I think it's number 2, right behind Ocarina of Time. People may say, oh, that's kind of crazy that you would put it that close, but I loved that game. I spent a lot of time in that game, and I loved every single minute of it. Now, I didn't like New Vegas as much as I liked 3 or 4, but it was still fun. It was still Fallout. And I never did finish it. I played quite a bit of it, like maybe like 30 hours or so. But if that happens, I would be super, super excited. Now, I've also heard yesterday in a video that I watched of their E3 predictions, somebody had mentioned possibility of a sequel to Rage, which I never even thought of. I really liked the first Rage game. I thought it was a highly underrated game. The ending was kind of bad, but the rest of the game was great. It kind of felt like a Borderlands type game, and I would be okay with a Rage 2. That'd be awesome. And then also kind of obvious that they're doing a another Wolfenstein game. I haven't played any of the Wolfenstein games. I own a few of them. I need to get into them, but other than that, I have no idea. I think Bethesda said 2 or 3 new IPs. I believe it was 3. So we'll see what those are. I'm super excited. If it's another like new open world, but not Elder Scrolls and not Fallout, that'd be super cool. I don't know what they could do, but I mean, there's plenty of things they could do. So that'd be cool. Microsoft, obviously they're going to do Project Scorpio. We'll see more about what the big deal is about it. I know it's just like a really powerful system, but it's just I don't know. I don't really care too much about it, to be honest, but I think they need to focus more on getting really good exclusives. And there have been rumors, and I really, really hope this is true, about Fable getting revived. And I highly doubt it's true, just because I think the studio like shut down. But if it does happen to get revived, that would be awesome, because I loved Fable 2. And I think that would be a good enough reason for me to actually consider getting an Xbox One again. I had an Xbox One, but I sold it because I wasn't playing it. I was playing on my PlayStation 4. Um, they also have been talking about a AAA title, and there are speculations as to what that could be. Don't know what it is, but hopefully it's something really exciting. Other than that, I really don't know what Microsoft could do. I'm just hoping that they announce some really cool stuff. Now, Sony, I mean, there's so many things I can't even like think of anything but The Last of Us 2 and Knack 2 that they're going to show. Also, we're probably going to get, I hope we'll get more footage of Detroit Become Human, which is a Quantic Dream game, which they did Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, which were great games. But also, I'm hoping that they're going to release more exclusive games for VR. Not like, like half games, like just kind of like really short, like the Batman game. But more like just like full games. I know they're releasing Fallout for VR. That would be awesome. I also saw IGN post the other day a new gun for VR, like a physical like move controller gun. That looks really awesome. That would be really cool to work with like Fallout and Farpoint. I don't have a VR yet. I haven't tried it out. Well, no, I did try out the demo of the shark tank one. But hopefully they announce more things for that. I don't really know what else they could do. I know we've got the new Uncharted game. It's a full game. It's like 14 hours, so Uncharted's not over with. It's just probably not Drake anymore. It's probably well, I mean, these are like characters from like the older Uncharted's, and it's like more of a side story, but it's still supposed to be like 12 to 14 hours long, so I've got it pre-ordered. I'm ready for it. I don't know what else Sony could do. I mean, there's plenty of things they could do. I'd be okay with another Until Dawn, or like even the Order 1886. A lot of people gave it a lot of hate, but I would be okay with the sequel. It kind of ended open-ended, so I enjoyed what it was. And then Nintendo. Nintendo is probably going to be the biggest press conference of E3, because we don't really know what all's coming. We've got Nintendo Switch, but we've only got maybe 10 physical games for it so far. Super Mario Odyssey obviously is going to be shown, I'm sure. We're probably going to see more RPGs, Fire Emblem. I think they're probably going to announce another Smash Brothers, if it's not a port of the Wii U version. I think it's time for another Smash Brothers. That's for sure. What I would like to see, and I highly doubt this will ever happen, but I actually really like Star Fox Adventures, and I would love for them to do a Star Fox Adventures, another game like Star Fox Adventures. Not like the regular Star Fox, but which I guess they could do that too, fine. But just something I wish for. Now, there are several companies that don't have press conferences listed. Square Enix, there's Kingdom Hearts 3, and there is also the Final Fantasy VII remake. But I'm hoping that they're going to announce Life is Strange 2. That would be awesome, because I loved that game. I don't think any game has ever made me feel as like sad and emotional as that game did. So hopefully that will be one thing. Another is Rockstar. I know we're getting Red Dead Redemption 2 next year. It just got delayed, which I I saw that coming. I knew it wasn't going to come out this year. It's too soon. Which I'm fine with. You know, the longer they take, maybe the better the game will be. So can't really complain. Um, but I have heard rumors, and I just really would like this to happen. I would like to see a sequel to Bully. If not Bully, I would also like to see a sequel to LA Noire because I really loved those two games and I think they deserve sequels. Um, but that's really all I can think of right now. What are your E3 predictions? What are you hoping to see? And until next time, I'll see you guys later.